Welcome back. In this video I just finish off this frame, prep work, and then actually respray it. So at this point here I've detabbed it all, cleaned it up as good as I can, and what I want to do is just lay out the electrics a little bit, put some little tabs on, and then I'll get into spraying. So as I mentioned previously, you do need to keep the standard ignition module and the rectifier that goes with the motor gadget. So I'm just sort of trying to lay it out here, my best guess on where the cable's going to go, and I'll weld on a couple of tabs just before I get ready to spray paint. So for spray painting, I thought I need to be able to move this frame around, and so I just thought I'd just come up with my own sort of frame to hold it and be able to spin it around. It literally took me 10 minutes to make, and as you can see here, I don't put a lot of effort into it. It's just stuff I had laying around, and it's really simple. So just a bit of RHS, a bit of angle line, bit of just stuff left over from the Mozuki project really. So I do two uprights, and my thought is across the top I'll run a 1/2 inch rod, which I had laying around as well, which is this one. I'll just weld it on one side, and I'm planning to put that through the swing arm bolt holes, and then I can literally pivot around that, and I can then paint the entire frame, be able to turn it without having to touch it or lay it on the ground. So here I've got it on both sides. Just for that rod to sit on the other side and not fall off, I've just cut two little bits so it sits in between those two round bars there, and you can see here how I intend it to work. So just two uprights, 12mm round bar sits over there, and then I'll basically lift the frame into position. So just doing that here first time, and what do you know, it works, and there's no reason why it shouldn't. It's pretty simple. You don't need to be Einstein to figure out something like that, I don't think. So I just use a bit of wood there to hold it up, and then when I want to paint the other side, I just rotate it around and do the same, so I can paint all angles. So at this point I'm pretty much ready to spray. I have been waiting for some good weather, so I've got the shed warmed up from the fire. I etch prime, so when you take metal right back, you need to etch prime. I waited a few hours, and then I put primer sealer over that, etch primer. I waited a day, and after that I'm just sanding it down here. This is the primer itself, and you know, once I've sanded it all down, I'm ready for the final coat. I just wipe it down, and I'm just using a rag just with some metho on it actually, just to make sure it gets any crap off. So I looked at various colours, and the colour I wanted I could only find in a spray can. I don't normally use spray cans, but this duplicolour paint, I must say I'm quite impressed with it. So I put on about 4 coats, 4 or 5, and just put them on lightly, and this is after the second coat. There's still some primer you can see through there, but you just want to take your time to get this out evenly because it is a metallic base, and I'm so happy with this color. So here it is here after about 5 coats. Turned out awesome. So from here, next step is a major one, which is putting the engine back together and putting the wheels back on, which I'm really looking forward to. I'll just let this paint dry for a few days, and in the next video the engine will be going in. Stay tuned.